Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you Sagittarius for February 2017. So it's for you my gorgeous Sagittarius for February 2017. Watch for the full moon in February. Full moon in February is going to be very, very important to you because you're going to receive a very important personal message on a full moon. The way you're going to receive your own personal message, it's going to be every single one is going to receive this message in a completely different way. Okay, you could receive this message in, like, let's say you go out and you connect with the nature, you look at a flower and you know it all means to you something. It all depends what you were thinking beforehand. It all depends what you were thinking at the time you looked at that flower, and then you're able to connect yourself and to that flower, and then you're able to connect to what you were thinking about just before you saw that flower, and then you can kind of connect all these feelings and all these energies together. This is when we are completely in touch with our own spirituality. All these things, they mean so much to us, and we are able to read signs like there is no tomorrow. We are able to read the actual signs around us that are so important like no other time. Every single thing in this life means something. Everything is something. So when it comes to you, and when it comes to February, and when it comes to actual full moon on February, this is a very, very important day. You'll feel very powerful that day. You will be very powerful that day. You're going to be projecting very powerful energy. You're going to be projecting this amazing energy. And what does that mean? That if there is anything important that you have to do, and if you can pick any day that you can pick throughout the months in February, I would say to you, pick the actual full moon day. The actual full moon day in February is going to be amazingly powerful when it comes to you, because your own personal power is going to be amazing, and you're going to be more magnetic than ever, okay? And also you will realize a certain very important spiritual message, and this spiritual message this spiritual message could come absolutely in any way. As I said, it could come, you could see something, you could feel something, you could go somewhere, you could dream something. It all depends. But there is anything important to do it on the 11th of February. I think it's a full moon. That's right, yes. So it's the 11th of February. It's going to be a ridiculously important time for you, okay? So on another hand, what I was going to say, that the February is going to be very, very good month, because February is the month when the things that have been bothering you for a really long time, and especially when it comes to your work, you know, every one of you is so different. Every one of you is having a different work, different job, different career. So what was there? What was driving you crazy? What was driving you nuts? What did you dislike about your work so much? What do you think that you didn't do well? What do you think that you were doing at your work that was making you feel so unhappy, or so uncertain about these things? You see, the February is going to be the time when all these things are going to change, and all the answers to your particular questions when it comes to your work, it's actually going to come to you. I do see February as a very, very big months for you, very different months, because I see February like something big that you're going to do. February, there are a couple of big things that are going to be happening in February for you. For example, lots of you will want to completely, I'm not telling you to resign or anything like that, but lots of you are going to start to think about maybe different career. Lots of you are going to start to think about different career options, and especially for those of you that have been so unhappy with your current work, with your current job, because you guys are very adventurous, you see, and there were lots of you that were really unhappy with your current job, with your current position. So for those of you that were unhappy, I know that the beginning of February, it's going to be so important, because the beginning of February is just going to give you this particular power, this particular energy, in a sense, like you will just kind of get a certain strength to do things that you wanted to do in a really, really long time, but especially when it comes to your work. So if you wanted to leave your work, if you wanted to resign, I think that the beginning of the February, towards the end of February, towards the mid of February, it's going to be very enhanced, because I think lots of you will maybe not necessarily straight away resign your work, your job, your career, but lots of you will try to kind of just literally open a new page, open a new new leaf in your life, and that particular page that you're going to open is going to be very, very significant indeed, because it's going to be life-changing. So if you were unhappy with your career and with your current job, the beginning of February towards the mid-February, it's going to be absolutely ridiculously enhanced time. Not that you're going to resign necessarily, but most certainly you're going to start getting all these ideas. You're going to start getting all these little ideas, and you're going to start seeing things, bits and pieces are going to start giving an idea about your life in the future and about what would you like to do in the future. But on another hand, you're going to feel really good about it. You're going to feel very powerful about it. You're going to feel like, oh, thank God, I've finally done it. And it didn't happen before, you didn't do it before, you didn't make these decisions before, these decisions didn't come to you before, because it wasn't meant to be. Now, the February is going to be completely different, you're going to be full of energy, and it's all going to start making sense to you, and you will see exactly what I mean, and it's not going to feel bad. Do you know what I mean? If you decided to do this, if you decided to go for a new career, a new job, or something like that, for the big changes like that before, like about 4 months ago, you will feel really bad about it, you will feel really negative about it, and you will feel very uncertain about it. Do you get what I mean? And now the picture is going to be completely different. It's just all going to start being and feeling completely different in February, in the sense of you realizing what you really want to do. And it's not you necessarily realizing what you want to do, but it's just you feeling really good about it. You feeling like you're doing the right thing. Before, it didn't happen because it wasn't meant to be. Now, the time is changing. Now it's meant to be. So I really see that you will be pushed towards the changes, but this is very, very, very important. I do see that lots of you will want some kind of like not that you will want support from the family, but lots of you will turn towards like, do you think I should do this? Do you think I should do this? So I can see that lots of family members and the people close to you will be around you, and people close to you will actually confirm, yeah, I think you should do it. Yeah, I think you should do it. And this is especially for those of you that felt this for a really, really long time. There is going to be support from the family and really, really good friends, and you're absolutely going to love this support. On another hand, if you are looking for a job and you're not employed, it's exactly the same thing. If you are looking for a job, it is just something, you're going to have a moment, you see, in February. You're going to have a moment, and it is going to be a very spiritual moment. It could be on the night of the moon, on the day or a night of the full moon as well. But you're going to have a very spiritual moment, and this is going to be the moment when you're going to realize that you should do something different, and it will just push you towards, I want to try something different, I want to try something different. It's going to be very important, because this is going to be something that is going to be very powerful later on. So whatever you do throughout February, especially like in between mid-February towards the end of February, career-wise, anything that you apply for should be really, really big later on, and should be really, really significant later on. But the most importantly, I can see you being relaxed, and I can see you feeling really good, and I can see you feeling really free, and I can see you finally feeling your peace, and I can finally see you like doing the right thing when it comes to your career. So it is going to be very, very significant time indeed, okay? And if you are like, for example, if you're not working and you're retired, for example, what this could mean also is that there is just like you see, it depends what you do. Do you do hobby? Maybe you will change a new hobby. It will just going to be the whole new direction in life that is just going to finally suddenly appear in front of you, and it's all going to make sense. It's just, these are good changes. These are very, very good changes indeed, okay? And also, it's just going to make you to think differently. It's going to bring this whole new energy. I can actually also see you meeting lots of new people throughout February, especially like a mid-February towards the end of February. I can see you socializing a lot, and I can see you meeting lots of people, and I think that this is going to be a very, very important time to actually go out there and just meet people and meet with people, especially who you haven't seen in a really, really a long time. And also would like to say that there is a very important journey that you will plan, okay? This is on another hand, this is also going to be very, very good for you at around the mid-February there is a very important journey that you will plan, very important journey, or like a trip abroad, you know, and this is also going to mean to you quite a lot, because at the end of the day, by the time you come back from your journey abroad, or like from your little holidays, from wherever you go, this is going to be a very important time, because you're also going to have a very spiritual, very important experience. You might not even realize it while you're at a holiday, but you will realize by the time you come back home. You don't need to go away in February. You don't need to go away on holidays in February, exactly, but as soon as you, I suppose, book in February, as soon as you start thinking about it in February, this particular energy is going to be attached to it, and there is still going to be the same outcome. The outcome is the fact that you are going to get a very, very wise information through this holiday. Very, very wise information you're going to have through this holiday, and it's almost going to be like a huge, massive spiritual experience, and that there's just this containment, this beautiful feeling that you are going to have about yourself and about your life in general. You see, there's so many of you out there, and so many of you live different lives, so it could mean different things, but as I said, there is something very big going to come out of these holidays. It could happen at the time while you're at the holidays, or you can come up with this realization by the time you come back from the holidays. However, this is going to be really, really big, very, very interesting indeed. Okay, and also let me just say that when it comes to actually the end of February 2017, I just need you to be like a little bit careful, because there is somebody going to be at work maybe, or somebody who is going to be around you, somebody who is more authoritative, somebody who's very authoritative, an authoritative person. Okay, so it could be I think it's connected to your work. So somebody's going to kind of be very annoying to you, and somebody will be maybe be very aggressive to you. Not necessarily aggressive like shout, but you will just find them aggressive. Their approach will be very aggressive, and this person is around you where you work, or if you work for yourself, this could be like a client. If you're at the college and university, this could be some teacher, or I don't know, it could be somebody around you that you just have to kind of you will feel like you will need to be a little bit defensive about them. So I would just really highly recommend just to be as cool as you can and keep certain things to yourself, like throughout February 2017, when it comes to your work and when it comes to you spending time with people around you. Just don't talk too much about your personal situation, about your personal finances, or about your success. Just talk about neutral things, you know. Don't talk about certain informations that are only like something to do with you, for example, because there is just somebody, I don't really trust that person, and I don't think that you should trust that person, and that particular person is also going to criticize you a little bit. So please don't let this person get you down. This is just somebody who's a little bit arrogant, somebody who's a little bit aggressive at the time, and somebody who's very authoritative. So somebody who's like above you, like a manager or like a team leader, or as I said, if you work for somebody, if you work for yourself, it could be like a client that is a very, very difficult. Okay, and I just don't want you to don't let this person let you down. It's just somebody with really negative energy. Please don't let this person affect you. This person is only going to be there for a while, like about 7 days. This is only going to be at around like 7 days, like driving you nuts maybe a little bit, but you will be absolutely fine. People will appreciate you, people will like you, and people will like your achievement. However, at the end of the day, the bottom line is that you're actually going to do really well, and it's just something to do with the task and something to do with your personal achievement. So all I can suggest to you when it comes to work, when it comes to career, just bear in mind that somebody could be watching you. But I don't want to make you paranoid. Just somebody could be like, maybe this person hasn't got a problem with you in general. See, this person hasn't got a problem with you. This person has a problem with people in general, and this is a very, very difficult person indeed. When we come across a person like this, it's just the best to ignore them and just to protect ourselves with something. What I would say to you, to protect yourself, maybe to get like a black tourmaline. I don't know if you know, I've spoke about black tourmaline before. I highly suggest this. You see, it's absolutely amazing. You carry it like around your neck like this. You can buy them in my store, on my website, and what the black tourmaline does is just stops these negative energies from coming towards us, okay? Black tourmaline is the most powerful crystal when it comes to protecting us against all sorts of negative energy. And when people are like this and people are like sitting on our back for something, for whichever reason, and they're negative, they project this negative energy. So in order to stop these negative energies from coming towards us, we just wear black tourmaline, and black tourmaline just blocks this negative energy because it protects our personal shield. Very, very important indeed. And this is what I would highly recommend, really. But and also on another hand, sorry, on another hand, for those of you that are actually single, I mean, this is a really good time, you know. This is a very good time, because I think that you're going to meet someone really special, someone very interesting. And I think that the way it's going to start with this person, I think it's going to start very intense, and it's gonna, that person should manifest themselves in February, but it should be like at around mid-February, towards the end of February. And this is strictly for those of you that are single, okay? That particular person is going to be very interesting, and you will just be crazy about that person automatically. That person will be automatically crazy about you. I think that you're going to have an amazing like relationship with that person already, like a sexual relationship, and it's going to be very strong. It's going to be very powerful, and that particular strong sexual relationship is just going to become more powerful and more powerful, and magnetism in between you and that other person will grow more and more, and then it's just going to turn into something completely different. However, there is someone very special going to manifest in your life, okay? The bottom line is, however it happens, whatever it happens, this person is going to be very special. This